back with another video reaction, and today we're going to do another video by SML Universe. This one is SML characters that were killed off forever. I can think of a few. You know, I don't think that Jeffy's mom is dead at all. I really don't. I feel like she's like a Michael Myers horror movie character where no matter how many times you shoot her in the face, she'll come back. So I don't believe she's gone at all. But I know that well, he wasn't killed, but Harry, who replaced Cody for a little while. At this point, I doubt we'll ever see Scooter again, and that's disappointing. Who else? Bronx dude, who he replaced Brooklyn guy after the plane crash. He was definitely gone. Who else? I don't know. And I know it's gonna be something obvious once I get into the video, but yeah. We'll see which SML characters SML Universe brings up, and I'll see if I remember any of them. I'm sure I will, but let's go ahead.
There are over 13 SML characters who have been canonically killed off forever, and today we're gonna find out what happened to every single one of them, starting with the most infamous SML character of all time, Nancy. She was first introduced in SML movie Jeffy's Parents, where quickly it's apparent she is a horrible and abusive mother to Jeffy. And in this video, Jeffy got sent off to live with Nancy because she's his real mom, but it turns out she was only using Jeffy for the money and trying to get the $1 million trust fund when Jeffy turns 18. But he quickly escapes by jumping out of a moving car because he does not want to go through the hell of living with her again. And thankfully, Mario decides to adopt Jeffy when he gets back to the house, and later on, Nancy gets sent to jail. But this isn't the end of Nancy, because in SML movie Jeffy's 18th birthday, Nancy manages to escape jail and kidnap Jeffy. But later on, when they're going through the field, Simmons shoots out the gas cap of her van, and we think she's dead because she didn't escape the explosion like Screwball and Jeffy did. But this wasn't the case, because we see her again in Jeffy's 19th birthday, where she's somehow still alive. How did she survive that? She literally is the William Afton of SML. But in the end of the video, Nancy gets absolutely lit up by Brooklyn guy, and she finally dies for good this time, because we see in SML movie Satan Claus, Nancy is in hell. And the craziest part is, this might not even stick. Why do I have a feeling she's somehow gonna come back in Jeffy's 21st birthday? I literally have no idea how they would do this, but I'm sure they'll find a way. But another character who was killed off forever is Does Bad Things guy. And if you didn't know, Does Bad Things guy was one of Brooklyn guy's 8 billion brothers. And out of all of his brothers, this was his only identical twin, with the only difference being he is super evil. Does Bad Things guy first appeared in SML movie The New House, but the thing is, we didn't actually know him yet. He pretends for almost 7 real-life months to be Brooklyn guy, and despite him literally being a serial killer, he doesn't kill the SML family just yet. But this would soon change in SML movie The Secret Door. When Jeffy opens the door, Does Bad Things guy told him not to open, and it actually ended up being the place where he stored all of his victims. And then Does Bad Things guy tries to kill Mario's family, but Brooklyn guy came in at just the right time and shot Does Bad Things guy, killing him forever. It's kind of a shame. He was about to kill Rosalina. I just wish Brooklyn guy would have came a little bit later so we wouldn't have to deal with her annoying voice.
Thank you.
Let's cut out your tongue here.
Somebody said it.
Shut up! You're next! Alright.
I'm right there with you.
What do I use for this? Ooh, where's my saw?
The next character who was killed off forever is my boy, Mama Luigi.
Does anybody like
a lot of you watching this video might not know him, but he was a character in SML who first appeared in the Mario and Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventure series. Believe it or not, he was the character who made SML initially blow up. He was basically the Jeffy before Jeffy in terms of popularity and also stupidness. But Mama Luigi got killed off at the end of the original Mario and Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventure series, and the only reason for this was the voice actor for him had to move halfway across the country, and he couldn't film with Logan anymore, so they made one final video to kill off his character. And we've never seen Mama Luigi since then. That is until 2017, when Logan flew out Zeke and they filmed the Toad's Mistake remake. But But this wasn't canon because it was a remake. Also, Zeke later turned out to be a PDF file, so it's a good thing that Logan stopped filming with him. Mama Luigi hasn't been seen since then, but Luigi came back to SML in some form in SML movie Marvin's Brother. And low-key, they were pushing it a little close with some of the references in this one. They're really just asking to get sued again.
You all want to just get together and play a game of Marvin?
They really
Party?
are.
Oh, Marvin, that's the last straw. Been nice knowing you. Pack it up, everybody, because they're gonna shut us down. So get ready for that. Hey, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Maybe we can hit 10 million before they finally shut us down for good.
But speaking of Pumpkin Guy, the next character who got killed off forever is Brooklyn Guy's son, who only appeared in one video called SML Movie The Call of Duty Blackout. He was just super annoying and bratty, and he even tried taking Black Yoshi's Call of Duty, and you know how protective he gets over these types of things. So as soon as Brooklyn Guy's son tried to take his game, he got a bullet straight to the face, and what's crazy is that Brooklyn Guy was actually happy about this, because he wouldn't have to pay child support anymore.
No, you won't.
Yeah, give it to me. I need it
Just
now.
forever.
You are not going
He's just determined to be a trash father. Determined.
Black Yoshi,
And ever since then, he was never seen again. But
Brooklyn
what
Guy just
happened to
stood there.
Chompy, who last appeared in Precious the
I miss
Rapper,
Chompy.
and we haven't seen him since. And we can assume since dogs don't live very long and his first appearance was in 2015, he's probably dead. And the cease and desist letter means that we can't see him anymore either way
know how
because,
well-
well, he's a Nintendo character. So yeah,
I don't know
he's
how a metal
probably
ball
canonically
dies,
dead.
but-
But whatever
okay.
happened to Harold? If you didn't know, Harold is actually Mario's grandpa. And just like Chompy, we haven't seen him since 2019. So we can assume since he was an old man, he probably just died off camera. That's not even mentioning the fact that he was always clueless. Like, bro never even knew where he was.
Pudding first, then the men.
Grandpa, I don't have time for these games. You're 87, not 8 years old. You need to take your medicine.
I need to take my pudding. You don't have a girlfriend, you homo. You're trying to fool them all wrong.
Grandpa, I'm not gay. I'm not homo. No.
He's a hobo.
Where you going, homo?
A
Next
hobo.
up is Phoebe, and the way she died is actually really sad.
It
If you
is.
didn't know, Phoebe was actually Jeffy's sister, and she lived in a cage with him when they used to live with their mom, Nancy. But one day, Nancy, being the negligent mother she was, wasn't watching Phoebe or Jeffy when they were playing. So Phoebe was riding a bike
They
and
took it
accidentally
really
went
far
out
on
into
that
the road,
Jeffy's
where she got
20th
hit by a
birthday
car
episode.
and sadly
They
died.
took it far
And this
with that
actually got
story.
people theorizing about who killed Phoebe. One potential suspect is Woody, because he's always been a terrible driver. Or it might have even been Black Yoshi, because he's known to steal cars and drive recklessly. So it could have been him too. But the most likely person to kill Phoebe, in my
that
opinion,
weirdo-
is CJ. Think about it. He has a long history of doing bad things to Phoebe, and we see him do outright disturbing actions in Jeffy's 20th birthday. And maybe it was all this that eventually caused
That was
Jeffy
a
to crash
wild
and drive a
episode.
monster truck into him,
Wild.
being the perfect revenge for killing his sister.
I love this
Next
part.
is Shark Puppet. If you didn't know, on the first video made on the Super Bowser Logan channel, they actually did a collab with the popular YouTuber at the time called Shark Puppet, who has millions of subscribers. And Shark Puppet died in this video being eaten by a massive shark.
Shark on shark crime.
Mr. Sharky went back with his mommy.
Oh, that wasn't his mommy. I saw it. He got eaten by a big shark. He's dead.
It's the circle of life, Jeffy. Shut up.
And they haven't done another collab since, so I guess this death was actually canon. Next up is Harry, and the reason he was even a character in the first place was because when the cough cough was still a thing, Pablo, the voice actor for Cody and Brooklyn Guy, didn't want to get his family sick, so he refused to voice characters in person. So SML had to improvise and add a new nerd character to replace Cody, which happened to be Harry, and he pretty much acted exactly like Cody, except he was British, and they used him for a while until Pablo finally decided to come back. So they made one final video called Cody Meets Harry, where pretty much Cody made a stupid ray and used it on Harry. He was banished to the closet forever, and ever since then, we've never seen him again. And he can't even come back if he wanted to, because Logan recently uploaded a vlog explaining that he lost the old Harry puppet,
God.
and he thinks Pablo earned him. And I wouldn't even blame bro. That would be so funny.
Can you help me find another Harry puppet, because Harry was basically like a really
So they don't make him anymore?
character that Lance voiced. We replaced Cody with Harry while Pablo was gone.
Next up is Precious, who technically isn't an SML character,
Now, why
but
she
she's
have
had
to
a few
go make
videos
me
made
sad
about
like
her,
that?
so she's on this list anyway.
Why?
And the story for this one is actually really sad, because Precious actually died in real life, and she had a whole tribute video made about her, which I find so wholesome. Rest in peace, Precious.
You didn't have to add that one. R.I.P.
I-O-U-S. That's my cat. That's my dog. That's my N-word.
Next up is drawing Jeffy, who kind of got killed off forever. He died in SML movie Jeffy Sneaks Out, where Jeffy uses his magic powers to make a clone of himself, to make it seem like he's still there when he sneaks out. But this backfires horribly, because the next thing you know, Jeffy's clone is stood there with a gun pointed at Rosalina and Mario. But that's when the real Jeffy comes home and tackles drawing Jeffy, and Mario grabs the gun and shoots him. But for some reason, he actually comes back just once in SML movie Mario Sells Jeffy, so he's not technically dead, but this video was in 2020, so maybe he passed away, or hell, maybe he's still out there, I have no idea. But what about Jeffy's dad, Jock, Pierre, Francois? And this one is weird, because for years he was technically considered dead, and this is the entire reason why Nancy wanted Jeffy so bad, so she could get her inheritance money. But we see in Jeffy's 18th birthday that he was actually alive this whole time, so I guess he was kind of dead in the eyes of everyone but himself. I don't know. But finally, we have Jimmy Butler, who started off as a character the Brooklyn guy would watch and support for the Miami Heat basketball team. However, slowly but surely, Jimmy Butler would start marketing his coffee business and start getting worse at basketball, which pissed off Brooklyn guys so many times. And he reaches his breaking point, and Brooklyn guy tries to help, where bro literally just gets sick of Jimmy and
don't like
shoots
when
him.
Brooklyn guy does those Jimmy Butler rants. It's like,
I know, Jimmy.
let it
I
go.
know. Just think about the coffee, Jimmy. There's just so many different kinds of coffees. There's lattes and cappuccinos and cold brews and espressos. You know, my coffee contains smile matter, may cause happiness. I know, Jimmy. How do you take your coffee? Cream and 2 sugars, Jimmy. Cream and 2 sugars.
Don't forget to click my special link in the description, giving everybody watching this video a discount for CyberGhost VPN. This application will protect your data while you browse and give you full access to blocked content on the internet for only $2.03 a month. It's totally risk-free, so go check it out.
Alright, yeah, you're making money. Okay. Okay, so this list of characters, I knew about all of them. It's just that some of them they didn't technically die, they just weren't used again. So yeah, I definitely, like I said in the beginning, I don't think that Nancy's dead. I think she's definitely gonna come back at some point, because she's too big of a part of Jeffy's past to just be gone. I do see that he said, I forgot about the episode with the devil where she was in hell, where she deserves to be. But yeah, SML does not follow the rules. People can be dead and come back the next week. So it's not like set in stone. So I'm sure she'll be back at some point. Maybe she'll, I don't know. Well, she already sold her soul because she's in hell. So, but I don't know. She'll come back at some point because she's too big of a part of Jeffy. So, yeah. Are there any other characters that I would want to see come back? I mean, I keep saying Scooter, but he technically didn't die, so I don't know. They're just not bringing him back. I do think they could have done something with Harry, but apparently they lost the puppet, so I don't know. But we have been seeing more and more of Shrek and like past characters coming back, so hopefully they continue that going forward. And I want to see more Lewis as well, because I love when they make those Nintendo jokes, so those are always funny. But yeah, so yeah, I hope that they continue to bring back as many characters as they can, even if it's just for one episode. But anyway, guys, another great video by SML Universe. Let me know what you guys thought about down in the comments below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments which character you missed the most from SML's past. And until next time, be blessed, be your best, and keep on the stress. Bye, guys.